Hey guys, welcome to the channel and another video. Today I'm going to be watching Tango Cash by Andrei Konchalovsky and Albert Magnoli. Please correct me if my pronunciation is wrong. It's starring Sylvester Stallone and Kurt Russell. As you guys already know, I'm a huge fan of both these actors and I've seen way too many films from them to list here. But do check out my reviews of the entire Rocky franchise on the channel. I'll leave a link up there somewhere. It was amazing. About Tango Cash, I know that it's a buddy cop movie. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. I believe the last ones were the Beverly Hills Cops franchise and the Lethal Weapon movies, which were also great. I've seen this movie running on TV over the years. I've never actually sat down and watched the film. As I understand it, a lot of people love this movie, but on the other hand, apparently it had a very troubled production, and that's why we have the two directors instead of one. That's literally all I know though. I'm expecting some decent action and comedy, hopefully some explosions. If it's anything more than that, I'll be pleasantly surprised. But before we get into it, to help support the channel, I have a Patreon page for full-length reviews and reactions to this movie and over 240 movies, 2 TV shows, early access and weekly posts for what to watch next. You'll need your own copy to watch along and the links in the description below. Please consider being a patron. Please subscribe to the channel, click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video, feel free to dislike it if you didn't. With all that being said, let's get started. Tango Cash, Konchalovsky, Magnoli, Stallone, Russell. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Hey, that's Stallone's voice. Tango Cash. And we get this post-funk music, which was very typical for action comedies of the 80s and probably early 90s.
Area Unit 3 is in the area.
I see him, but I can handle this myself.
So I assume both Stallone and Russell, they're playing cops. Clearly chasing after some bad guys. If I had to make a prediction of any buddy cop film, the cops, they'll be friends at the beginning, they'll have issues, and they'll come together and defeat the enemy at the end. It's like a formula for all buddy cop films. He's going to do something heroic and stupid, isn't he?
Jesus! This guy's crazy!
Dude, if he's crazy, you guys better stop, right? This is so stupid and awesome.
Glad you could drop in.
He's even got the quips. Now the rest of the cops arrive. And let me guess, he's gonna be in trouble because he didn't follow the rules.
Blew out the window of this truck.
I know.
We got 2 guys lying on the road.
I noticed.
Just another Sunday.
It's not a truck.
Gas truck.
No. It's a major moving violation.
It's full of gas, sir. We checked the whole truck, asshole. There's nothing in it. And you're out of your neighborhood, big city boy. I want your ass. Who in the fuck do you think you are?
He's Tango.
Thinks he's Rambo.
He is Rambo. Well played. Dude, it's hidden drugs.
Anybody want to get high?
I'll be damned.
Look at him, all high and mighty and proud.
Tango, he's done it to us again.
Oh, dude, that's James Wong, a Hollywood legend who's been around since the 50s.
We have to do something about this.
I agree.
Okay, so the bad guys, they're sick of Tango Cash interfering with their operations, and I'm guessing they want to eliminate them. Kurt Russell. I've watched so many of his films recently on the channel, mostly his John Carpenter collaborations, like The Thing or Big Trouble in Little China.
Well, if it isn't Armani with a badge.
Cash didn't get the headline, he got the second half of the newspaper. Dude, I hope he was wearing a vest. I think so. Nice stuff. I like the fact that the directors are taking some time to introduce both Tango and Cash. He didn't have to kick the cart.
Hey, this is my car!
And now he's taking some dude's car and destroying it. That's a lot of public property damage. Nice. So far, the action set pieces in the movie, they've been pretty decent. Fairly elaborate with a lot of destruction.
You crazy guy! What did you do with my car? I believe in perestroika!
I like how different these characters are in the sense that Tango is all like formal, whereas Cash seems more like a slouch.
Catherine, you just don't take off on the spur of the moment. It's...
That's Terry Hatcher. I've seen her recently in one of the Bond movies, if I'm not mistaken.
I just feel like I need some time alone, okay?
Whoever it is, I'm guessing they're very close.
Good thing you had your vest on, Cash.
Hardly need it with these.
This guy was really sloppy.
Dude's taking off his vest inside the elevator.
Whoa, pizza!
And a fan of pizza. I like him.
Hey, who's been fucking with my gun? Sights shifted on it. You get anything out of that guy?
Nothing. He doesn't speak any English. Stay away from him, Gabe.
Yeah, I have a feeling he won't do that.
You don't know any English, huh? Yeah, come here. Sit down. There we go.
Police brutality inside the station.
Who hired you to kill me?
I don't know!
I don't know.
There's your English.
What is this? English 101. Now,
And he just walks away.
A deal tonight.
That's one way to get information out of a suspect.
There's a big bus going down at 4942 Front Street.
Great. Is that reliable?
Oh, it's the same place.
What are you doing this for?
Action.
Action?
That's his motivation? Yep. Definitely the bad guys' hideout. I mean, they even got a James Bond-style villain's lair. I love this set. It looks so dark and sinister.
Well, I've had enough of this. Too much television can hurt your eyes.
Time to eliminate them.
Now do you understand why we mustn't kill them?
Mustn't kill them?
Too little mice. And so much damage.
Dude, why is he smelling the mice?
If we kill them, we risk all-out war with the police. They're heroes already. Why?
Ah.
Tango and Cash will be safely tucked away.
Yep, definitely a funny movie more than an action film. But the story so far is like super generic. I hope there are some twists or turns. Yeah, I think both Tango and Cash are at the same place, but they're not aware of each other's presence. I kind of thought they were supposed to be partners at the beginning, but I kind of like that they're not. Oh, they finally meet.
what are you doing here? You almost got yourself killed, pal.
Really? You pull that trigger, I'm gonna blow you in half. You got the vision?
You are fucking deluded, pal. You never had a chance to hit me with that gun. You know me, huh?
Yeah, I hear you're the second best cop in LA.
That's funny.
Second
I hear the
best.
Same thing about you.
They don't like each other, obviously.
I've been on for 3 months. That makes it my case.
I guess that shows how stupid you are, because I've been on it for about half an hour now, and here I am all caught up with you.
But at least they have good on-screen chemistry. He's
wired.
dead.
Right side! I got it. Easy. Freeze!
They've been set up by the bad guys for murder.
Gentlemen, I don't know this man. I didn't come with this man, and with your permission, I'll be leaving this man. Hey.
I mean, there has to be a mole inside the police for the bad guys to frame them. How else did they steal Cash's gun, right? Tango and Cash arrested for murder.
True Tango shot a federal officer.
No comment.
They got a 380 with Cash's fingerprints on it. They think it's the murder weapon, and they got it down in ballistics checking it.
It's a lot of circumstantial evidence.
Money's in the suitcase. Open it. It's all there. Count it if you want to.
It's a doctor tape. It's edited.
I saw the two suspects, the guns, the money, the drugs, the dead body.
When this is over, we have to pay Jabba the Hutt here a visit.
Jabba the Hutt.
Ray, somebody set you up good. I feel we should cop a plea.
Why do you want to see me?
Well, first of all, I want to say I'm really not that fond of your kind.
Your kind?
You're a glory hound and a hot dog.
That stings. You'll let me know when the critique is over.
They don't seem too worried.
My lawyer wants me to cop a plea.
Yeah, mine too. 18 months. Lompoc Federal Country Club.
18 months?
I'll make the statement.
I'll make the statement.
No way.
When were you born?
Me.
February. I got seniority. I'll make the statement.
August 16th. I've got seniority.
All rise.
You have anything to add, Mr. Cash?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Mr. Tango has spoken very eloquently.
He has?
This whole thing fucking sucks. I mean, this is
Dude,
the
that's so
biggest
stupid. I mean, there's a time and a place. Guilty.
What's the matter, gentlemen?
What happens in 18 months when they get out?
This has got to be a mistake. What do you think?
I think my underwear is riding into my throat.
Whoever set us up is really fucking connected. Who do you think it is, huh, Quan?
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Relax. Soap.
He dropped the soap.
I don't know you that well.
I think they're gonna stick us in general population.
Let me load up your fucking barrel!
Holy crap.
Sugar in your ass!
Shit, I put half these guys away.
When I get out of here, I'm gonna tear you a new ass.
Yes! I loved you in Conan the Barbarian.
Ouch! That was a slight against Arnold Schwarzenegger. Oh man, that's disgusting. I wonder how they're going to have to break out of prison.
We're gonna get one thing straight right now.
Oh no.
That is yours.
For a second, I thought he was going to try and establish dominance, but nah.
You see that? I killed him.
I cannot believe this.
So far, I'm really enjoying the comedy aspects of the movie, but the actual story is a little generic, I have to admit. Looks like you're a little tied up, my friend. Dude, how'd they get inside the cells unless the bad guys have even more moles inside the prison?
Come on! They got you?
What's it look like?
Yep, it's a setup, it's an ambush. Another one.
Ah, the infamous Cash and Tango. Dishonored, imprisoned. Just think of me as somebody who doesn't like you very much.
How are they in prison?
Oh shit, it's Conan.
It's Conan. Nice. Okay, that's scary. Yeah, I got shocked from a power outlet once. It was incredibly painful. I can only imagine how this feels. Alright, convenient timing. This is when the guards decide to show up.
Once it's dead so bad, why doesn't he just put a bullet in our head and call it a day? I mean, what the hell's he got to play this game for?
Because he's a movie villain.
The way I see it, you got only one choice: escape.
Escape.
He's encouraging them to escape.
I only got a minute. Sikowski got a trash detail. Let's go.
Negative. What? I'm not going to change my mind.
Why?
Did that little experience last night give you a brain meltdown?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Cash isn't going to escape alone. Something will happen that'll require Tango's help. But I have to admit, it's like super funny. I've been enjoying the comedy aspects a lot. Oh.
There he is!
And somehow this dude is being helped by the guards. How corrupt is this prison? Nope. Tango's here. I like the theme song here. It's got a good hook. They just go under the fence. Really, really nice security, guys.
I'm getting real tired of electricity.
Nag, nag, nag. As long as you're only touching one wire and you're not touching the ground, you don't get electrocuted.
That's true. It's a little hard to follow the action in the rain. The cinematography and the editing of the film have been a little weak, in my opinion, so far. That's a horrible way to die. I don't know why I'm laughing. By the way, I noticed not one of the guards even shot their weapons.
That's our girl named Catherine.
Catherine.
She'll know where to find me, okay?
Got it. I really do owe you one.
You're separating.
Gentlemen, I've already heard about the escape.
How's your plan going, Parrot?
This is most disturbing. We are being threatened by two maniacs.
Again with the mice.
Do you need a special weapon?
I need a gun. Big gun. I always knew we shared the same taste in weaponry.
I didn't set you up. I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, you think I'm judging you unfairly?
Hell yes.
Who's this guy again?
They paid me.
Who paid you?
I don't know.
Oh.
Who hired you to do the tape, Skinner?
Unlike Weiler, I don't think this guy's gonna fight.
I recorded the conversation. Happy to play it for you.
There you go. Is Catherine working tonight?
Who?
Catherine?
Don't know any Catherine.
I'm guessing this is Catherine. The choice of song is so 80s. She definitely knows how to move though.
Is he all right?
He won't be if I don't get out of here.
Go at the back through the alley.
That's not him.
Something wrong?
She's the distraction. A good one. Oh man! It's Kurt Russell! He looks exactly the same, I'm sorry, his face. It's too masculine.
Red.
Oh, nice.
Kiki?
Hey, bud, get your hands off my property.
Oh.
Oh, God, how did this happen?
Yeah, I don't think Catherine is Tango's ex-girlfriend or anything.
How's that feel?
Are you kidding?
Probably an old friend or a sister, judging by the scene.
I love him.
You do?
Of course I do. He loves me too, I just think he has a funny way of showing it. I'll just move it around real slow.
Oh, man. It's Tango.
A little faster.
More?
Deeper.
Oh my God.
Ray?
Captain?
By the way, your girlfriend.
My sister!
Sister!
My sister!
She's your... That's great!
What the hell were you doing on the couch there with Queen for a day?
It's none of your business.
This is the tape that's gonna clear our names. Compliments of our pal, Jumbo the Forgerer.
Skinner? What were you doing on the couch with the Elephant Man?
You mind if I have a word with Kiki?
No.
I just wanted to say that I was having a wonderful time until Captain Fantastic here leaped the couch and smashed through your door.
I love these little nicknames they have for each other.
Easy, mate.
Oh.
Been expecting you. Shame. Don't you know ponytails are out this season?
How about it, Red Key? Hell of a view, huh? Come on, you meat puppet! Who pulls your strings? Piss off!
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the type that would give in to intimidation.
This is Plan B. Can I talk to you for a minute?
Not now. I'm busy.
Let me just shoot him in the goddamn leg. He'll talk.
I don't want the leg. I want the whole package.
Maybe he doesn't know anything, okay?
And now they're playing good cop, bad cop.
This asshole's out of control and I can't stop it. But I'm not going down for this, Tango. I mean it. You're on your own. I'm out of here.
Bye, buddy. Bye, baby.
Perret! The geezer you want, Perret. He's Perret. Who the hell is
He named him.
Did you sleep with my sister?
Oh, I don't believe you. You know, it's a free country, Tango.
And what's that mean?
People are free to do what they want.
So?
So your sister is very, very free.
I'm going to kill you.
The chemistry between the actors, that's good. The comedy, that's good. Some of the action sequences were also fairly well done. But the film has a lot of weaknesses, like the story.
What is that?
That's a tank.
We are in business.
This film even has a James Bond cue coming up with gadgets.
Looks quiet.
I also noticed this movie, it has a very set 3-act structure. The first act was introduction to the characters and them getting into prison. The second is them breaking out of prison and investigating. And I'm sure this is the third act where we'll find some sort of resolution.
Well, if you don't make it back, and I do,
I am gonna date your sister.
But I just don't want Catherine getting that 2 a.m. phone call saying something has happened to you.
That makes sense.
If she has to live with that, it would kill me.
Oh, nice. Like I said before, this film doesn't have any character development for the villains or any of the secondary characters apart from our main guys. I don't know who Barrett is. The bad guys come off as really, really generic. So far, we're in the third act. I can confidently say I like Lethal Weapon films and the Beverly Hills Cop films better, but holy explosion. Alright, some of these explosions, they kind of redeem the film up just a little bit. Oh, yeah. I have a question for you guys. If they're in the front seat, who's shooting the machine gun from the side?
Here. Oh, wait a minute. Why is yours bigger than mine? Genetics, Pee-wee.
That's right, Minnie Mouse. I mean, seriously, the main villain in this movie is doing nothing. We only get reaction shots from him. Holy destruction, Batman.
Okay, no more Ozzy's breathing.
How do you figure?
Oh, I just saved your life, that's how I figure.
Why don't we discuss it later, huh?
Well, at least they're even now.
Facility destruct sequence is now engaged.
Okay, this Barrett guy is clearly a Bond villain. He has a self-destructing bomb, and he has Tango's sister somehow. So stupid. This is clearly a popcorn movie. They're not supposed to think too much about the plot. Just enjoy these guys' shenanigans.
Look out!
No big deal, it's just a bullet wound that went through you. Take the shot.
You want me? You got me.
Ricky knows plan B.
Just like what they did to him. Dude, why did he let her go? How stupid is he? Instead of shooting them, he let the girl go, and now he's fighting them using his hands? So stupid.
We never talked about plan C, asshole. You think it's a dud?
Oh, dude's gonna explode.
Fubar, big time. We gotta find Catherine.
When the one great scorer comes to write against your name, he'll mark.
Perfect. He can shoot them right now, by the way, the bad guy. This has to be one of the dumbest villains. I wouldn't say cinema history, but in a long time. Cue explosion in 3, 2, 1.
I've at least earned the right to date your sister.
These guys got lucky because the villain is an idiot. Oh, and the movie ends here. Okay, they're exonerated. Music by Harold Faltermeyer. Okay, that's interesting because I just watched Top Gun. He's known for the Top Gun theme song. Okay, I took very little time in collecting my thoughts. As I just said, this was an average movie at best. It wasn't good enough to be considered a classic by any means, but it wasn't so bad that I'd consider it good. That's why I call it average. I honestly liked the Lethal Weapon or the Beverly Hills Cop movies better, much better, in fact. There were 3 redeeming qualities, in my opinion. The chemistry between Stallone and Russell, the comedy, and the explosions. Whereas the story was weak and nearly illogical. Look at the villains, for example. The character work for everybody except our leads was nearly non-existent. The editing was jarring. The cinematography was very average, along with the action in the third act. I mean, the opening action sequences were fairly well done, but the final sequence, although the explosions were great, felt very anticlimactic. Let's start with the directing by Andrei Konchalovsky and Albert Magnoli. What I found interesting was at the end of the movie, one of the directors didn't get credited, which means he was probably the replacement director. And I have to admit that you can really tell that from the almost non-coherent plotline, that it was a mess. I could tell that it was a mess from a production standpoint, if that makes any sense. The story felt generic and disjointed, and it was very predictable. While I don't mind the predictability in a buddy cop movie because they tend to follow a certain formula, it was the idiotic decisions made by the characters which made the plot seem extra dumb. The main culprit here is our villain, Barrett. I get why he doesn't kill Tango and Cash at the beginning, just outright. It's a common trope, or else the movie wouldn't happen. That's fine. But that dude had multiple chances to eliminate them throughout the film, and he doesn't take them. Instead, he goes on and on about something irrelevant, which I found hilarious, yes. But it didn't help the movie, though. The movie-going experience was... it was bad. That man literally was a Bond villain. I wonder what the writers were thinking. His weird obsession with mice, for example. In Bond, Blofeld had his cat. Here the filmmakers thought, why not give our villain Barrett a mouse fetish? How does that work, guys? He was like smelling them and calling them beautiful multiple times. What's up with that? Please explain it in the comments. He also had a classic villain's lair. And finally, somehow he kidnapped Tango's sister at the end, which was probably meant to be a surprise for the audience, but nah, I kind of saw it coming. Especially when, at the end of the second act, the sister kind of disappears from the movie, and she was a big actor. And I knew she had to somehow appear near the end. It was so predictable. Let's move on to our protagonists, Tango and Cash. The positive news is that their chemistry was on point. Stallone and Russell played off each other fairly well, and I thought they nailed their comedy timings. I wouldn't say that their acting was award-worthy. Stallone was better in the Rocky movies, for example, especially Rocky 1 and 2, which were amazing. And Russell was better in The Thing, or even in Big Trouble in Little China. But their performance here was serviceable. There were a lot of other funny moments in the movie, which I believe were intentional by the filmmakers, like the poor character choices. So the comedy is what I enjoyed in this movie the most. And that's, I guess, the best praise I can give it. The action scenes in the beginning were also fairly commendable, and the explosions, they were fantastic near the end, but the actual ending itself, it was anticlimactic. How the villain dies, they just shoot him, and the film kind of ends, and that's that. From a production standpoint, I love the explosions. I appreciate the stunt team and what they did with the pyrotechnic work. The editing, although it was poor, as I had trouble following the story. I'm guessing it had to do with the two directors, and this poor editor probably had to cobble up a coherent storyline for release. So I don't really blame the editor here. It was probably a crap show behind the scenes. I'd love to know more about it. Also, the cinematography was nothing to write home about. And finally, the music and score, they were also okay. Not bad, but not amazing either. I had no complaints with it, but Harold Haltermeyer did much better work in movies like Top Gun or Beverly Hills Cops. As I've talked about my criticism extensively already, overall Tango and Cash was an average at best buddy cop film. Although Stallone and Russell had good on-screen chemistry, the movie could not be redeemed by the two directors, along with a poor story, weakly written villains, and jarring editing. The comedy was enjoyable, the explosions fantastic, but the movie has to be one of the weaker ones compared to its contemporaries of the time, namely Beverly Hills Cops and Lethal Weapon. I would recommend those films over this one, and while this wasn't an outright bad movie, it had its moments. I think you might enjoy it if you're a couple of beers down and you can look past poor editing and just laugh. if that makes any sense. Anyways, thank you for watching. I have a Patreon page. Considering a Patreon, please subscribe to the channel. Click that bell icon for instant notifications. Do check out my other videos. Like if you like this video. Feel free to dislike it if you didn't. I will see you in the next one. Bye.